Good morning, guys. I have just been going through all the YouTube correspondence, and I see an increasing request to know the first day of the year. And I just want to address that for a moment. I understand that you're urgently waiting for the news. I am going to continue to wait on the barley, me personally, until the 10th of this month, which happens to be March the 10th. It just happens to coincide with the lunar cycle. The Gregorian date happens to coincide with the lunar cycle. And I do that simply because I have that strong pattern in the plagues in the book of Exodus 9 through the 10th plague. You can see what the order of what Elohim did. The new moon, then that's the 5th plague, and then the 7th plague was the barley was Aviv, and then the 10th day they chose the lamb. So that's my cutoff, because that for the beginning of the month constituted the end of the work for the people. The rest of it was totally dependent on Elohim. In other words, they had to choose their lambs. And once they choose their lambs, all that they were doing at that point was obeying the feasts of Elohim in the timing that he had called. So that's why I am doing it until the 10th day of March, waiting. If you are someone who needs the barley to be ready at the new moon, you're probably going to wait until next month before you do that. But because this year it's going to be a different rhythm with the barley becoming Aviv than we have seen in years past. In years past, especially the last 4 or 5, that barley has been ready very close against the 10th day of the month, what I wait for. And it's going to be so tight this year that if it's not ready by the 10th day of the month, I have determined I'm going to go ahead and wait and report for those who are interested, not because it's going to affect what they're doing with the feast, but just report on what day did the barley become Aviv, because all of this, I believe within my heart, is learning. I don't believe that we know everything. Just like this year, I knew that the Zadok scale didn't work with the barley, but this year I have seen it's broken against the wild barley. It doesn't represent anything that Elohim can do on the land. Because of that, because we're still in a learning curve, literally, of what can happen on the earth here, I just want to find out this year, when is that barley going to be Aviv? If it's not on the 10th of this month or before, then I just want to go ahead and follow it and see what happens, because it's been a very interesting year, and we will continue to follow the barley that's outside my door here to get an idea of how long it took for that barley to make Aviv barley. So this is just me bringing an update to you so I can have something to copy a link to and provide it to the people who are showing up daily to asking about the first of the year. I get that you're curious. I get that you really want to know. But as we have seen with the Zadok scale, I'm hard pressed to predict anything. I think predicting is not what we're supposed to do. I really believe it's a point of waiting on Elohim and seeing what he provides for us. Okay, that's the update. Thanks.